welcome back to Queenstown. Room tour time, Holiday Inn Remarkables. Got a little shelving area and some closet action. This hotel's brand new. It's nothing fancy, but at least it's new. Glad to be out of the car. Been in the car since 6:30 this morning. It's 1:30 now. So nothing fancy, but super clean. There is a proper coffee machine. Yay. Bed. TV. They've even got my name up there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And there's the Remarkables range, but you can only see part of it from here. Oh, looks like we've got a nice balcony. Well, these doors are hard to open, but anyway, this is the Remarkable Shopping Center out here, and it is right by the airport. In fact, when I return the car, I'm just going to walk back to the hotel. Holiday Inn Remarkables, 66,000 points for 2 nights. No breakfast. Intercontinental Hotels is very inconsistent with breakfast. They did give me 2 free drink coupons. All right, Holiday Inn Remarkables, we're here. All right, so farewell to Queenstown. We only have 1 day left on the South Island, and that is tomorrow. Going to Milford Sound. It's a 12-hour tour, 4.5 hours down, 2-hour cruise, 4.5 back. Stops along the way and all that good stuff. So looking forward to that. Be picked up early in the morning. Right now I am walking back from the Queenstown Airport rental car drop-off. I successfully dropped the car off, all fueled up and whatnot. Managed to drive about 850 kilometers on the wrong side of the road, on the wrong side of the car, and get the car back in one piece. So I must be pretty lucky, right? I'm either good or lucky. I think it's some of each. But this Remarkables Park is a new shopping area near the airport and the Holiday Inns there. And it's super convenient. I mean, we're going to have to take a taxi there to, with our luggage day after tomorrow when we fly out. But, I just dropped the car off, walk right across the street, and this road in front of the airport goes right to the Remarkables Park where my hotel is. So that's kind of cool. Never had to refuel the car until I just took it back. It was on fumes, no doubt. But I drove 840 some kilometers on 1 tank of gas because I got a hybrid. And my gas bill was $136 for all that driving, 136 New Zealand, which is about 85 US. So hybrid's the way to go. I'd have to do the math on, liters versus gallons, but man, if you didn't have a hybrid, you'd be screwed because it comes out to about $10 a gallon, I think. But that car, and what I noticed is the faster you drive it, the better gas mileage you get, which is kind of counterintuitive because I drove slow on the way up to Mount Cook and I drove like a bat out of hell on the way back today. I got better gas mileage. So thrifty rental car. They gave me a RAV4 hybrid. You have to request a hybrid in advance. Make sure you do that. And it was 300 and change normal cost, but I used Chase points. 22,000 Chase points for the car. So it was free. So all that driving ran for $85 worth of gas and a free car. Can't beat it. It's great to be me, man. All right. We're off to Milford Sound in the morning and then back to the North Island. Good night. All right. So good morning. Good morning. We are at our first stopping point on our tour to Milford Sound. This is the village of Anau. And Anau Lake is absolutely beautiful, but we stopped actually in town here, so it's just kind of random. But you can see the bus in front of us leaving, and there's our bus. See if I can point to it. Well, the red bus, it's called Southern Discoveries, and it's a 12-hour trip. We stop here. Took about 2.5 hours to get here. Absolutely stunning scenery. And then from here to Milford Sound, we make 2 or 3 stops based on timing. And I will check back at that time, and we will be on the cruise at 1 o'clock. So, looking forward to it. We're off to a great start. Love it. It's a great deal. It's 285 New Zealand, which sounds like a lot, but it's 165 just for the cruise. So for an extra, 100 and change, you get the ride all the way there. We had thought about actually doing the drive, but we would have needed really 2 more days, one at least. And it's not an easy drive, so I'm glad to pay the extra money to sit on the bus. It's very comfortable, very nice driver, good driver, and we're off to a good start. So, Anau, New Zealand. All right, here's our next stop on the bus, Mirror Lakes. This is part of Fiordland National Park. And it's drizzling a little bit, and the sun is trying to come out a little bit. But they call it Mirror Lakes because the lake is like a mirror showing the mountains. But I don't know how the weather's going to affect that. When we were up near Mount Cook yesterday, it was almost like a mirror lake. And Lake Tekapo is like that too. So let's see what it looks like. Quite a bit of debris in the lake, but oh yeah, you can see it reflects off the side of the hill. It mirrors on the little lake here. We also just passed through the Eglinton Valley. I thought we were supposed to stop there, but we didn't. I think it was too crowded. There was about 5 or 6 buses down there, and I think he's trying to get ahead of those folks. You can see it's sun's trying to come out for us, and this is the Mirror Lakes. Well, this is our next stop. This is called Monkey Flats. This last maybe 30 minutes stretch on the bus has been just like this. And you run into trees from time to time and you can't see it. Then you come out of the trees and you get a view like this. I mean, this is just off the charts beautiful. This whole drive is absolutely beautiful. All right, so we are about 20 minutes from the boat, and we'll see you then. All right, Milford Sound. Very windy,
take care when moving around.
Very cloudy. You can see the port we just pulled out of.
Move around in different directions without much warning at times.
And
please use handrails when going up or down stairwells.
Despite the weather, I have one word.
Going through doorways.
Wow.
Please do not climb up on or sit on any rails or stand on.
How beautiful. This is one of the 8 wonders of the world, by the way. So, here we go. Milford Sound. All right, continuing on. Can't quite see some of the tops of the peaks because of the clouds. But you can see straight ahead the sun is trying to come out. Got my fingers crossed. We got about an hour and a half or an hour and 45 minutes left. It's 1,000 feet deep right here, this fjord. There's a nice view of the sun on that one peak.
Can be over 10 meters deep at times, that freshwater layer on top of the salt water after a few days of decent rainfall.
Man, this is beautiful.
We are one of the wetter and stops at around about the same time.
All right, so these pop-up waterfalls. We literally saw hundreds of them on the way here on the bus. And then this one over here is one of 2 permanent waterfalls. The first being right when we pulled out of the harbor. I don't think I was able to get that on the way in, but pressing on towards the Tasman Sea, straight ahead. All right, this is actually the entrance to Milford Sound from the ocean, the Tasman Sea to be specific.
There we go, folks, the open Tasman Sea. We've made it to the entrance.
And he said it's really rough out there, so he's not going to go out very far. He's going to
point directly to the front of us, straight out there.
Turn around here in just a minute. But if you head straight out that way for a few days, probably, you end up in Australia. Tasman Sea, the entrance to Milford Sound. Okay, we're going to turn around now. You'll be able to see the Tasman Sea behind me. And we are turning.
You will find it much more comfortable outside as well now, folks. We've got the wind behind us.
And now behind me you can see Milford Sound.
Now, especially on the top deck or down the front.
And
not a bad view this afternoon either as we make our way back into the fjord.
Trying to stay up right here.
Lady Milford at its best.
What's funny is, you know, the sun is really just starting to try to peek out. But now we're at the end and we're headed back. Awesome. All right, so that's where we came from. Now we're headed back. And the sun is trying to come out. With our luck, it'll come out when we get back. So it's always luck of the draw with the weather. And it's pretty rough up here on the top deck. But it could be worse. It could be pouring down rain, right? So, can't see the tops of the mountains, but you certainly get the idea. All right, we're a little bit closer to the banks this time, so we get a closer up view of the waterfall.
So these dolphins live out on the coast. They just call in every now and again to say hello.
And there's some dolphins around the boat, but I haven't seen them yet.
Bottlenose dolphins in the world because they live in such cold water. They have a bit of
Look at that water. Well, I'm sure I'll see a dolphin eventually. And look, there's the sun. And if you look that way through the V there, that takes us back to port.
Here comes the screen.
official facial right now. All right, we're entering into the final stretch here. Getting ready to turn this corner and head back to port. Still windy, but it's nice. I mean, it's really nice out here. Fresh air, that's for sure.
Can take anywhere up to 100, well, between 120 and 100.
Wow, what an awesome day. All right, one last waterfall before we pull into port. All right, so we're pulling back into port, and this concludes our cruise on Milford Sound with the Southern Discoveries. All right, I'll wrap a bow around this when we get to the hotel. All right, greetings from Holiday Inn Remarkables, the bar. I've got myself a large beer. It's called Emerson's. I think it's the third or fourth one I've had, not today, just during the trip. Seems to be the best option for me, at least. It's good beer. Beer's really expensive here. Anyway, I want to wrap a bow around Milford Sound and also the hotel here because I wrapped the bow around the other things we did in Queenstown, Mount Cook. I already talked about all that. So just to recap today, the Milford Sound trip, 12-hour tour. Milford Sound's beautiful. The weather, not great, but it could have been worse. It wasn't raining. It was real windy. The tops of the mountains were covered. But the tour, 4 hours in the bus each way plus stops. Um, it's pretty grueling, but I have to say, like it was good. It was really good. I'm glad I did it because if I had an extra day, I probably would have driven it. I would have kept the car an extra day and driven it. After seeing the drive, I'm glad I didn't. It was pretty brutal. The driver was incredibly professional. He was funny. He was safe. Like Southern Discoveries gets a thumbs up. The boat wasn't fancy. I'm not gonna say it was, but it was great. I highly recommend it. The one thing I do want to mention is there's different options for lunch and stuff like that. Like you can get a picnic lunch for 30 or a buffet for 60. And I'm here to tell you, I would never do that. Absolutely not. We went to the grocery store, got a bag of groceries for I don't even know how much we spent, but our food was way better than what the picnic lunch was. And then the buffet, it looked fine. Not worth $60. I'll tell you that right now. So the tour was great. Milford Sound, eighth wonder of the world. You got to do it. Come here. And the last thing I want to wrap a bow around is this Holiday Inn Remarkables. I gave the tour here earlier when we got here. Really nice hotel. Now it's brand new. Um, it does not give a Holiday Inn vibe. It's really nice. It's really upscale. I've had some good. I've had some good experiences with international Holiday Inns. They're way nicer than in the U.S. So I don't know how the branding works out. It's like the DoubleTree we had down the street was far inferior to a DoubleTree in the U.S. And then this Holiday Inn is way better. So I don't understand the branding over here sometimes, but Holiday Inn Remarkables, thumbs up. Close to the airport, easy to find food. It's good. It's if you're in Queenstown, like to hang out in Queenstown, this is not the place. You should go to the Crown Plaza. but it's a great hotel. Great hotel. So that wraps a bow around the South Island. I wish we had more time, at least 2, 3 more days, but easily a week you could do, right? It's great. And so in the morning, off to Auckland to finish up the North Island. So with that, cheers. Good night. We'll see you in the morning.